Okay, compression test. I was in the middle of making my last video, so you missed out on cylinder 1. Anyway, I put this in there. There's two sizes. You know, normally 4-cylinder cars are the smallest 5/8 size. At least that's what the hex is on the spark plug. But anyway, from O'Reilly's or AutoZone, what happened on the last one, so you want to put this down in the spark plug hole, turn it, but you don't want to turn it sideways so the hose is bent. You don't want to have any chance of cross-threading. You really should be using anti-seize on here, but I currently don't have any right now, so I'm just going to be very careful. But if it's your first time doing it, I would suggest using anti-seize or some kind of lubricant. I mean, even a little bit of clean motor oil would work, but I've done this quite a few times, so I'm not too worried about it. The first one I did, you tighten it down by turning this hose, right? And the first one I did, it's got these little rubber O-rings on it. The first one I did, I tightened it down and it wouldn't come back up. So I got really scared there for a second. I grabbed some needle nose pliers, which are right there, and those saved the day. So I ended up having to pull the hose off of this brass fitting. But anyway, so I start over. Comes in this little kit you can buy. It's about 40 bucks. It's kind of a really cheesy, cheap kit, but anyway, just like an air compressor fitting, you pull this up, snap it onto this end, and let go, and then you're good to go. This right here is your air release. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down the cylinder. I'm going to turn it very carefully because I don't want to have any chance of cross-threading. If you feel it start to get hard right away, then you should probably stop, back it off, try it again, you know. I mean, it doesn't have to be tight in there, you know what I mean? Like, it really doesn't. I don't know if you can see down there, but looks like it's straight up and down, and you'll know because you'll get a really funky reading if it's not in all the way. I mean, a little bit of leak isn't fine because you're going to turn the car over a few times. So if it is leaking a little bit, it's not that big of a deal because the compression from your cylinders will compensate for that little bit of leak. So like I said, like an air compressor fitting, you'll hit click. Now that's ready to go. I set it up here so I can see it pump through the car. Okay. Come in here. I usually do about 4 cranks unless the needles keeps going. Alright, the needle stopped. So when the needle stops, your cylinder doesn't have any more compression to give. So that's going to be your correct reading. And it looks like it dropped a little bit. Yeah, so I must have a little bit of a leak. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over one more time. I mean, we're within spec of what it should be. But just in case. And we're right under, we're just a little bit under 150, which is exactly what my first one was. And that's what you want. Okay, if you got, you know, it's different for every car, but as long as, here, hang on, let me shut off this really loud air compressor. Sorry about that. There we go. If, like I said, every car is different. If you got low compression in the first go around on your first cylinder, don't freak out. As long as they're within, you know, I'd say 5 to 8 to 10 psi of each other. I mean, 10's pushing it, but as long as long as they're within the same ballpark, then you're all right. So if you do the first one and it's low, just move on and do all of them. This is your air release. Release the air. Disconnect the gauge. Now, pull this out. I might have to fiddle with it again to get it out. We'll see. Let's see. Oh yeah. It's gonna be a dick to me, so you're gonna get to see me use those lifesaver needle nose. I don't know. Let's see. It's a good deal for a reason, folks. Sticking these down there. I've never had it do this to me before, but I used to have a Snap-on compression tester, so that right there tells you you get what you pay for. But these pliers work just fine. I mean, this is kind of ghetto. I normally wouldn't do it like this, but this is what I got for right now. But anyway, I'm not gonna make a whole video of this, but anyway, you get the idea. You just start with the first one, you know, disconnect your coil pack, make sure your car's not going to start while you're doing the process. You put your hose in with your brass fitting in the end. Remember, turn it, make sure it's not getting cross-threaded. Connect your gauge, put it up on the window so you can see. You want to be able to see it because you want to be able to see the needle stop. But anyway, I hope this helps someone.